Hi guys, I'm going to do what seems like a very simple thing today, but I think some people, maybe the younger people haven't learned actually how to make a good cup of tea. I've been drinking tea since I was a child. My mother used to, for a treat, on Saturday nights we'd have a cup of tea, sometimes on Sunday afternoon. She didn't let us have coffee, but she thought that the tea was good for us, and we just thought it was a big deal. So I've been drinking tea all my life. I did drink coffee for a short period, maybe for 2 or 3 years when I was working, because everybody else did. And but I just didn't ever really like it that much. And I put so much sugar, and I put in cremora and all that, and it tasted pretty good. And then I had to eat something with it, and it just kind of was probably not a good thing for me to have. But I do drink tea. There's so many good properties in tea. The English people are pretty smart about that. I drink the same tea as Queen Elizabeth drank, and I do think that Charles drinks it too. That's not why I drink it. The kind that I chose, I happened to notice on, I think it was on Facebook, that was exactly the kind they had. They probably have the loose leaves and have the little crockery thing that you twist and put it in there and dip it in. But tea bags are fine. A lot of people squeeze them and, mess with them too much. You don't need to mess with tea. You just put it in there and dip it. But I'll show you. So first of all, you get a big cup. And then you pick your tea. Now here's some Bigelow oolong tea. And teas do different things. Some make you relax, which is this is one of them. And they'll put you to sleep. Some give you energy. Some make your stomach feel better if you're feeling out of sorts. And I'm not sure what oolong does, because I got this one time when they didn't have the kind that I usually drank. But that might be something you can read up on. And they're all individually packed, which, individually packed. It's a smooth and distinctive taste with a constant mellow notes. And I do like that. I know that they have oolong a lot of times when I go to Asian restaurants. Then there's the green tea, which is what my mother used to get for us. I think she felt that this was better for children. Let's see. Caffeometer tea. I think this has less caffeine in it. But again, I'm not sure why, but sometimes in the evening, this is a little bit sweeter tea, and I think it's not as strong, and maybe that's why my mom gave us green tea, but I really do love the green tea too. But what I have daily is the Bigelow Earl Grey. Now, Bigelow is a name brand. You can get different Earl Greys, but I've gotten used to the Earl Grey, so if I get a off-brand, which might be even a better brand, I don't know, but anything other than this doesn't taste right to me. Sort of like if you drink Coke and then you go drink Pepsi, you say, ooh, it doesn't taste right, and vice versa. But I love the Earl Grey tea, and I know that is what the royals drink. But I'm sure, like I said, they don't have the little tea bags, and somebody does it for them too. Well, what I was told is kind of how I make it, because it really is good. Something out the window. Okay, so first of all, you want to have hot water. You don't want it boiling. This is 2 cups of water, and I put it in for about 3 minutes, and then I let it set just a little bit, because I don't want it to be, stifling. And I take my tea bag. Oops, it usually comes right off. And these are good sized bags. And if you just take a sniff, smells so good. Put it in the cup. I guess you can see this. Yeah. And then I like mine sweet. Sometimes I like honey, and I don't have honey today, and I believe that's how they eat theirs, drink theirs. And I don't really want sugar because I'm a diabetic, and I do get enough sugar from the candy bars and everything else that I eat, and ice cream. So I cut it where I can, and I've gotten used to Splenda. It doesn't seem to have an aftertaste. Now this is a big cup. This is 2 cups. And I know each one of these Splendas is the equivalent of 2 teaspoons of sugar, but I use 2 of these, which would be like 4. And again, that might be because my mom was giving us tea when we were kids, and I'm sure we had a lot of sugar in it. Okay, so that's that. Then the water. And I pour it in. Oh boy. Did you see that? I didn't hold my string. Oh, oh, oh. That's a fail. But just hang on a second. Sometimes I'm a dingleberry. It didn't hurt anything, got a little wet. Okay, so you've got your tea and your water and your sugar. Then I dip it 40 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's all you need. Now, King Charles has somebody do this for him because it's awfully heavy and it just takes a lot of time and it just wears you out. But I do it by myself. But I do leave my bag in. I don't mess with it. I don't take it out. It does get a little heavier, but I like it like that. Now the other thing is, when we were kids, my brothers just had the tea without the milk. But I like the milk. Now, I don't like cream. When I drink coffee, I want cream, not milk. But I don't want my tea to be heavy. But I do like a little bit of milk. It cools it down, for one thing, which just a little bit. And the other thing, it tastes better. And that's a little bit. I'll put my glass over here. Now this has taken me about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. That's just because I'm a jabby person. It won't take you that long. It'll take you as long as it takes to boil your water. You get everything ready and then you pour the water in. But this is what my tea looks like. And you can see it steaming. Oh, it's lovely. The only other thing that I do, and this is not going to be an ad, but I am on Ozempic, and I'm supposed to get as much protein as I can every day. So I do add vital proteins, collagen, peptides. And there's no flavor to it. It doesn't change the tea flavor. It just makes it a little bit thicker. I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to put any in this. I've already had it. It gives you an extra, a dip like this gives you 20 proteins a day. And that helps if you're having problems, especially when you're older, because you need that protein. The protein will help your cells do whatever they do, rebuild, I think that is. But it's very fine. You need to put that in at the beginning, and you don't have to mix it. It'll just dissolve, and you don't taste it, like I said. But it does change the consistency a little bit. But that was just telling you what I do. I've never seen anybody else put that in their tea. I used to put it in my coffee too. But anyway, so that's how to make a cup of tea.